Hello again, folks. This is Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair. And unfortunately, today is not going to be a very pleasant subject. It has to do with packing your unit for safe transit. Now, the first thing I'll show you is on my website, impossible to miss because I mentioned it in several places. There is a requirement to pack your unit a certain way to protect the controls from damage. Now, this is the method that I point out. This is the method I absolutely insist on. And don't just look at it and think you know how to make it just by looking at it. You have to go on my packing page, and I have a step-by-step procedure of how to enclose your unit in this protective cardboard sleeve to protect the controls. Now, I don't know if if customers got this thing of like, I'm the customer, you're the guy who wants the business, and I'm not going to listen to you, or you're not going to tell me what to do or whatever. But I'm telling you guys right now, from now on, I am not accepting any more units that are not packed this way, and I'm going to show you why. I've been putting up with for 12 years. Okay. This is how actually quite a few customers pack their units. They don't think they need to know how to do it my way. They think they can pack it safely. Either that, or if he wants the business, he'll deal with it. Well, no, I don't want the business if this is how it ends up. This unit is swimming in wrapping paper. It doesn't have any protection at all. As the box gets dropped and bounced around, this radio gets jarred all different directions, and against the packing material, and this is what happens. We have a bent control. Now, that control will not straighten without breaking. Even if you apply heat to it and straighten it out the best I can, this shaft goes inside of a smaller shaft, and there is no way in the world that can be straightened out enough to where that'll turn freely without turning the other shaft, if it doesn't even break off. Now, this is extremely important, gentlemen, because the only source for this control is on a similar model, which means you're going to have to buy, spend $300-400 on a unit in unknown working condition just to get this control. I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to deal with this kind of stuff anymore. This is absolute ridiculous because of the work order that I make all my customers fill out. Okay, this is the work order. It's a 9-page work order. It leaves no room for any misunderstandings or error. And right here on the front page of the work order, important, units must be packed as shown on my packing page to prevent damage to controls. Any units arriving with a broken control from improper packing will be returned unserviced with a refund minus shipping. Okay, that should be plain enough. I mean, it's in huge letters. I really can't make the font much bigger, without taking up an entire another sheet of paper. Now we go to the end of the work order where I have the customer sign to indicate that he's read and agrees to everything. And on the very last page, right before the space for the customer's signature, once again, absolutely necessary. Unit packed per my instructions using the protective cardboard sleeve must be yes. This customer deliberately ignored that. He just bypassed it. And once again, units arriving with one or more broken controls from improper packing will be returned unserviced with a refund. So, I don't know what's making you guys tick. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but this happens way too often, and it is no longer going to be something that slows down my work and delays other jobs, because it's just getting to the point of ridiculousness. I've been putting up with this for 12 years, and and I speak for every classic car radio repair shop in the country when I say that this is our #1 pet peeve. This is just absolutely ridiculous, and I'm not going to be the one who goes online looking for a non-working unit to buy just to get that control. I will send this job right back to the customer at his expense. I will not hold on to it while he finds a control. No. That's not going to be, that's a disruption to my workflow. It's not going to be something, I spell it out way, way, way too clearly to even experience this one time. So, whatever methods you use for packing, if you want to take it to UPS or something, have them professionally pack it, that's fine. But the very first thing you have to do before it even reaches that point is you have to wrap this cardboard sleeve around it. You have to follow my instructions on the packing page precisely. You don't have to have a micrometer and get all the measurements correct, but you do have to follow all the steps in packing this unit, because you might notice this unit cannot slide in the box, and it can't twist in the box. No matter how much the package gets rolled around, these controls are protected. It's a very simple thing, guys, and it costs zero. All you need is a piece of cardboard and some tape, stuff that you've already got laying around the house. And I don't know why you guys aren't doing this, but I've reached the end of my rope with it, and quite frankly, my workload is too heavy to even waste my time on a job like this. I would not, I would not deal with this for an extra $300. That's how important it is that I stay on top of my current workload. My scheduling requires me to have some idea of how long it's going to take to do certain jobs, and I do not expect jobs to arrive packed this carelessly. And I will not accept this job. It will go right back to the customer, and chances are I will be so upset and aggravated that I won't even do business with you, and you'll have to find somebody else that'll work on the 8-track player, and that's going to be pretty hard to find. So I'm sorry to be such a prick about it, but it threatens my very survival as a business when you guys do this kind of crap, and I'm not going to put up with it. So that's just a little food for thought. If this offends you and you don't want to do business with me, that's fine, because I've had so many people say that they like the way I spell out my terms unmistakably, to where there's no room for misunderstanding. And I would rather have those customers that understand why I have these rules, and penalties, than a guy who's apparently got the attitude, well, if he wants the business, he'll deal with it. No, I don't want that kind of business. That is not business. That is a nuisance. And you are not a customer if you treat me like this, because you're totally screwing up my workflow, and you're making it rough. You're making it rougher on me. You're making it rougher on the customers whose units are awaiting my attention, and you're screwing the classic car radio community by reducing the number of available units just to get a freaking part that you could have easily prevented, and I have spelled it out in every possible way on my website. You cannot possibly make it through my website without seeing the precautions on packing. So if this is how you're going to pack your unit, send it to somebody else. Do not send it to me. This is Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair, and yes, I am telling the customer what to do if you want to be my customer.